Most of the time, you are speaking, even when no sound is made. Even when you are completely alone, a voice narrates your thoughts, comments on your actions, and revisits past conversations. This inner voice feels constant, but where does it come from, and why does it rarely stop? Psychologists call this inner voice inner speech. It is a form of silent language produced by the brain. It helps us plan, reflect, rehearse, and interpret experience. For many people, it feels like a narrator following them through the day, but it is not a separate entity. It is a cognitive process. Inner speech develops early in childhood. Psychologist Lev Vygotsky proposed that children first speak thoughts out loud. Over time, that speech becomes internalized. What once guided behavior externally becomes a silent guide. The inner voice is learned, not innate. Neuroscience links inner speech to the brain's language network. This includes Broca's area, involved in speech production, and regions associated with auditory processing. When you think in words, these regions activate, even without sound. The brain simulates speech without producing it. One surprising finding is that not everyone experiences inner speech the same way. Some people think primarily in images, emotions, or abstract concepts. Others report little to no verbal inner narration. This variation is normal. Inner experience is not universal. The inner voice is closely tied to attention. When the brain is not focused on an external task, it turns inward. This is known as the default mode network. It becomes active during rest, reflection, and mind wandering. Silence invites narration. Inner speech supports reasoning, problem solving, and emotional regulation. It allows us to replay scenarios, evaluate decisions, and prepare responses. In moderation, it is adaptive. It helps the brain organize experience. However, when unchecked, the inner voice can become repetitive. This is often experienced as rumination. The brain replays the same thoughts without resolution. Research links excessive inner speech to anxiety and stress, not because the voice is harmful, but because it becomes stuck. The inner voice does not need to be eliminated, but it can be softened. Practices that engage attention, such as focused tasks or mindfulness, reduce verbal narration, not by force, but by redirecting awareness. The inner voice is not who you are. It is something your brain does, a tool shaped by language, memory, and attention. And sometimes noticing it is enough to change your relationship with it. Thanks for watching.